Hello, welcome back. Today I'm doing a little review of actually a No Demo Reno episode. So, if you haven't seen it, No Demo Reno is a show on HGTV or Discovery Plus, hosted by Jenn Tordyk, the Rambling Redhead. In each episode, Jenn works to do the reno for her clients, doing as little to no tearing down of walls or other impacts that might require a permit, because permits require increased costs. They have increased costs, they slow things down. She doesn't want that. She wants to save her clients money, she wants to keep things on time, on schedule, etc. And that's her gig, her shtick. And so that's sort of the whole thing for the show. Now, on the particular episode in question, Season 2, Episode 5, Jenn does a renovation for... She's invited by a family to do some work on some rooms on the first floor, kitchen, living room, dining room kind of thing, and also for their son, Hayden, who has autism. Their goal is that they want his room to work better, both as a private as like a space for him. And so the first thing that we hear come out of Jenn's mouth after she's given this is that she wants to know if the parents think that Hayden's therapist would be comfortable talking with her about his needs, both as an individual and for the space, and wanting the provider involved in that discussion, as well as the family directly, obviously, and to find what works best for Hayden and for the family, for that space, so that, and it's just becomes the perfect space for all of their, specifically for Hayden's needs, and that it works for everything that they're looking for and hoping for him. And I thought that this moment of dignity for the family and for the individual was huge. Stopping to recognize that it's someone with needs that may require extra time and thought, and just sort of a pause in going, okay, who might have extra insight that I might not be able to get somewhere else, that I might have to reach out to find extra things that might be particular to this individual's needs that I might not be able to get somewhere else, is huge. And that was a great start, and I thought that was awesome. And so a positive is that the family already seems to have a positive, close connection with that therapist provider, and seems to know and support the family in a huge way, which great pluses there. Doesn't weigh on the episode as itself, or how Jenn or HGTV portrayed or approached it, or Jenn's team, which you don't see most of them in the episode still. I'm assuming she's got a lot of people behind the scenes that I don't bring into this because they're whatnot. Anyway, Jenn points out after, during that conversation, that she would love to learn more so that she can do it correctly for them. And one thing I want to point out is that she does use people first language throughout the episode when talking about Hayden, and in general. And that was a small thing, but nice to see. I don't necessarily consider it a requirement, especially when it's something that Jenn points out this is new ground for her. And so the fact that she is doing that already from the when it's already something new to her is pretty impressive. And I just thought that was pertinent to point out because she's not in the field, and so doing that was sort of impressive and worthy of note. Jenn meets with the therapist, and they talk about wall covering and design solutions that for Hayden's room. There's confirmation of what ideas would work or wouldn't work for the space, both as a place of rest, a place of play, and a place of service where he could receive services in his room, but then convert it from a place where he could receive services to a place where it could be his space to be himself. And then when at the end of the episode, when Jenn returns the space back to Hayden and his family, before showing the family the results, she admitted that she was more excited about showing that the space she was most excited about showing the family was Hayden's room, and how much she had learned and grown wiser while working on that one room. And so in the episode, how Jenn approached the renovation for a child who had autism, especially when it seemed like she hadn't done it before, and she'd sort of pointed that out. Even recognizing that a team is involved off-screen, as I've mentioned before, that doesn't change what HGTV and Jenn did to promote or support the dignity of Hayden and his family. And that was awesome. It was touching and beautiful, the way that they approached it, the way that they approached him as a unique individual and his needs as being unique to him. And that while autism is a part of who he is, that he is an individual with autism, he's still a kid, and it was just wonderful. And I think that this kind of advocacy of showing that accessibility in design, even as something as small as small solutions in a room or small adaptabilities in a space to fit individuals' needs throughout a day or throughout a week, can be huge. And it's needed more in media across the board, TV, streaming services, etc. And as an individual with autism and a parent of kids who have autism, it meant a lot to me to see the sort of respect for the dignity, the respect, the equity, the love for the individual as an individual, and the platonic love. And it was just touching. And so I would definitely recommend it. I think it was absolutely awesome. Jenn, on the off chance that you do happen to see this, which I doubt, but if you do, I just want to say thank you to you and your team. And one last thing for everyone before we end this video, I do want to say thank you for watching. I'm glad that you're here. You and your family are loved, and you matter. Life can and is often incredibly difficult and unforgiving. If you're in a place like that right now, know that you're not alone. You and your loved ones are worth it. Life for families and individuals with disabilities and special needs, especially when not all accommodations are there, can be trying, to say the least. And know that you're not alone. You're worth it. Your struggle is worth it. You're loved. Try and remember to take some moments to breathe and to rest and to relax and do something to help you and the ones you love smile, and to enjoy those moments as much as you can. I'm Mike Malcolm, and I'm looking forward to seeing you next time. Thank you.